Hello YouTube and welcome, my name is Zadarkus and I'll bring to you another video about League of Legends. In today's video I'm going to give you the 5 main tips and the 5 main things that you should do as a mid laner. These are things that the best mid laners do and know, and if you don't know these things they may help you improve to become even a better mid laner. These are 5 golden rules to become a great mid laner. The first of all is to protect your jungler. So in this season, the jungler plays a huge role in League of Legends, and you as a mid laner have the main job to protect him, either as he is counter jungling, be ready to follow up your enemy mid laner if he goes to help his jungler, or overall just be ready to be there if he needs you, since you are in the middle of the map and you can easily get to him either in the top or in the bottom side of the jungler. And the same thing goes if he is getting counter jungled. Your job is to try to protect him the best you can, because the bot lane most likely cannot do it. It's very hard for the bot lane to get out of there, because it's very easily punishable if they leave the lane, get XP disadvantage and end up coming back with nothing. And therefore you as a mid laner should make sure you can help your jungler so he can later on focus on objectives and of course on the ganks if the opportunity arises. The next one is to prepare ganks. One thing that I see especially in lower elos and even in plat and stuff like that is that people in the lane think that it is the jungler's job to burn flashes. See, you wait for your jungler, he comes in, he ganks, the enemy mid laner flashes, nobody gets a kill, but yeah, we burn flash, it's worth it. Well, honestly, it is not worth it. He ganked you, okay, he got a flash out, maybe you'll get the kill thanks to that, but he is wasting time. He could get by farming, maybe ganking other lane, doing objectives, and so on, so on. What you should do as a mid laner, especially if you have a small lane and normally you have burst or close gappers or ranged abilities, it's easier for you to do than for other lanes. You should be ready to burn the flash. You need to burn the enemy summoners, burn barrier, burn flash, burn whatever, so that when that happens, then you can call your jungler so he can secure you a kill very easily, because the enemy mid laner does not have those abilities and maybe even the ultimate. So your job is not to sit your ass and wait for a gank so he can burn the flash. It is to prepare the lane so that he can get an easy kill for you, and with that you can perhaps roam top or bot, maybe go counter jungle a little bit, do a Drake, who knows. The next one is a key feature, a key tip, and this is something that makes Faker the man he is. It is to survive ganks. If you follow Faker, if you follow the professional scene, you will see that Faker is a type of mid laner that applies a lot of pressure and has picks that need to be shut down so that, well, he doesn't carry as hard as he does mostly, so he is calling the jungler. He has enough presence in the map that he calls the attention of the enemy jungler. Now the thing is, most of the times they cannot kill him, and that is what you want to be as a mid laner. You want to be the center of attention, but you need the ability to survive those ganks. Think like this: people normally cry, oh, I'm getting camped, the guy is always in my lane. You should think in a different way. If this guy camps me the entire game, he is not going to gank top lane, he is not going to gank bot lane, and he is going to fall behind because he's not farming and he's just sitting in this lane. If you survive all the ganks he is doing, you most likely are going to win the game just because of that, believe me. So being able to survive the ganks is another key feature of a good mid laner. Get the wards, get knowledge of timing, jungle padding, and be ready to make the other jungler fall behind and get frustrated because he cannot get a kill on you. And most likely when people get desperate, even the lower the elo is, the more desperate they go, they're gonna end up committing too much and you even end up getting a kill or two for that. The next tip is to take advantage of your mid game to roam and help your jungler. As a mid laner, normally you have a decent early game, sometimes the strongest early game depending on the mid laner, but generally the mid game is for the mid laners. With that, you should do what you can to push the wave and try to roam either top or bot or push for objectives, especially if you go with champions that have a good ability to roam. talking stuff like Twisted Fate, Cassadin, LeBlanc, Ari, that have good abilities that allow them to perform good roams and good ganks. You as a mid laner, you should be looked at as a left hand for the jungler. That's why you have to protect him in the early phase of the game. If you can prepare a gank or two for him, that's the point. And if you look at it, it's all a spider web that connects. You prepare the jungle for him, you protect him if he needs you, you prepare ganks for him, he helps you out, you get a kill, and then you help him get the objectives and roam to top a bot lane and start snowballing the game. Because if you may get a lot of kills in the mid lane, but if you don't take that for the rest of the team, you may end up losing anyway, because your top lane is 0-6 and your bot lane has no farm, and in the end you cannot 1v5. So use the advantage of your power spike in the mid game, and with your jungler try to do something with it. Try to take objectives, maybe even take the mid lane tower as soon as possible, so you are free to roam and help the rest of your team. The last main tip I would give you is to complete the need of your team. Now, this is something that everybody should do to some degree, maybe not the AD carry as much, but what I'm trying to see is, if you are the mid laner, you have a big brand of champions that you can pick that fulfill many different needs. So if your team is lacking crowd control, let's say you have a Shaco in the jungle and a Fiora in the top lane, or whatever, something that doesn't have a lot of crowd control, you may go for a pick like Orianna, Anivia, maybe even Syndra to some degree, and try to help your team when they are lacking on the card control. If you see you are missing damage, you may go for the for the Ari, for the Zed, for the Lux, for the Syndra, of course, LeBlanc maybe. If you're missing tankiness, you may go for the Swain, for the Galio. You may have some anti-meta picks like Sion mid, and it works. But the thing is, as a mid laner, you can help your team get constructed and fulfill the weaknesses of that. Maybe you are expecting the support of the jungler to do that, but it's solo queue, many times that doesn't happen. And normally, even if you look at it, mid laners normally are the key champion in most cases, not always, to a team composition. Now, if you're having a very pokey team that has no engage, maybe go for Orianna, maybe go for, I don't know, a Gragas, or it's not seen, yeah, I know, but I'm giving examples in a long term, from today, from tomorrow to tomorrow. We don't know what the mid laners are going to be, so yeah. The idea is, you as a mid laner, you can have a vast number of picks that fulfill the weaknesses of your team. And the reason why you should do that is, even if your team is missing CC and you have a Leona, bot lane is going to be most likely one of the latest lanes to end. And if they fall behind, Leona is just a support, she's going to be super weak, she's not going to be tanky as she needed. And when the mid-game skirmishes start, many times not even with bot laners, only in the mid lane with the top laner or in the jungle, what is going to happen is that you are still going to miss that component, you are still going to miss the CC. Being the mid laner with the strong power spike in the mid game, there is where you're going to take more advantage of having what your team needed at that time. And in the mid game, where the first couple of fights starts, that's where you want to start snowballing as hard as you can, and therefore you should be the one completing the needs of your team. I hope you guys enjoyed this. My name has been Zadarkus. It's been a long time since I did a video like this. I'm going to start again doing these guides and try to help you guys as best as I can. As you know, I haven't played the game for three months. No, that's a lie, for 2 months or something. Now I started playing again, and I'm ready to give you my opinion and help you guys improve. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are not, and see any other video that you may think that will help you. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Or maybe after tomorrow, or who knows, in a second if you click in the video. You know, those videos there, yeah, you can click them. Those clicks, you know you like those clicks. Seriously guys, have a great day. See ya!